Today I am in the Tifton, Georgia area. Actually, I'm a little bit outside of Tifton anyways. I'm at the Flint River Hydroelectric Plant, and today I have a couple of case updates for you about cases that I previously told that have had things happen in them. Actually, I'm here in the Tifton area doing another story, a big story, and while I was here, I thought I would take a minute and take in some scenery and do this case update video for you. So, several years ago now, I rode up to Talladega, Alabama, and I told this story of the 16-year-old boy who brutally stabbed and murdered his mother and his own twin brothers. He was having delusions of some sort of anime character that he liked. I will briefly go back over it a little bit if you're not familiar with the story. But then I have updates on this case, and I also have an update on another case that I told more recently than that, where the vast majority of you actually believed that the man who was sitting in prison for a murder, you guys believed that he was innocent. So I have an update on that one as well. Plus, this video today is sponsored. Now, before I get into this video, just real quick, today's video is sponsored by VPN. Now, we talk a lot about true crime on this channel, but another form of true crime that you can experience is digital. Sending data or making purchases over an unencrypted internet connection is just giving bad guys easy access to all of your information. Think of it like this. If you were to mail a postcard across the country to someone, anyone in the post office who handles that card in between you and its destination, they can read everything that you wrote on it. The same goes for your internet activity. With ExpressVPN, it's like you put an envelope over that postcard, and now you and the recipient are the only ones who can see what you wrote on it. ExpressVPN, or Virtual Private Network, it creates a secure connection tunnel between your device and the internet to keep all of your internet activity and all of your purchases safe. Plus, as a bonus, I'm sure by now you've all heard that if your favorite shows aren't on Netflix, you can change your region and watch it on Netflix from another country, giving you access to countless shows and movies that's currently not available in your area. By clicking the link in the description box, created just for my subscribers, you can get 3 months for free on a 1-year subscription, which equals up to only like $6.67 per month. Plus, you'll get the 3 months for free, saving you nearly $100 if you use my code. By doing this, you'll have peace of mind that all of your details are safe and secure while you're shopping, or if you're just scrolling through TikTok. In 2020, a 16-year-old Talladega County boy named Landon Durham, he brutally stabbed his mother and his twin brothers in the middle of the night. Afterwards, he laid back down and went to bed, and then woke up the next morning and went to school like nothing had ever happened. When a family member became concerned that they couldn't contact the mother, Christina Durham, they drove over to the home and they found the gruesome scene. Along with the murders, Landon had also spray painted all over the kitchen cabinets and all over the walls. He spray painted the name of his favorite anime character. Right after it happened, I drove up there and I told the story in detail, and then I told you I would keep you updated as we got close to the trial. Well, here we are 3 years later now, and Landon Durham has been denied a request to be tried as a juvenile, which if he was to get tried as a juvenile and he was found guilty, he would only have to do like 3 years and then he would be back out. But that was denied, so he's gonna be tried as an adult. He still can't get the death penalty because he was only 16 at the time he committed the crime, but he will be tried as an adult, which means he's facing life in prison without parole. An even bigger story to this whole thing is that he now faces an additional felony charge because he was caught with a prison-made knife in his cell. A maintenance crew found the knife in a cell while they were in there doing some work, and they reported it. Landon was immediately placed on lockdown, and at his capital murder trial coming up, he will also have to answer for this new added felony of contraband. If you want to go back and watch my original report on it at the scene, I will link it right up here, and I'll also link it at the end of this video so you can go back and check it out. My next update comes from a case that I told not that long ago now, where Charles McCrory from Andalusia, Alabama was charged and convicted of his wife's murder, despite there being evidence that seemed to point to another man. A bogus bite mark that seemed to match Charles McCrory was the sole piece of evidence. It was the sole reason that he was convicted of the murder. But since then, the person who was supposedly a bite mark expert, he was the person who testified at Charles's trial, he has come out and professed that he was wrong. He actually said that the bite mark that was on Julie McCrory's arm probably wasn't even a bite mark. Since then, the Innocence Project has gotten involved, and a lot of people have been working to try to get Charles McCrory to try to get his conviction overturned and get him out of prison. Now, I went and I told this whole story, and again, just like the other one, I will link it up here at the top or at the end of the video if you want to go back and watch and see the whole story from start to finish. Well, just recently, Charles McCrory had a parole hearing. He was up for parole. And many people believe that the state didn't want to admit that they were wrong, so they weren't going to overturn his conviction, but they thought maybe they would let him out on parole. Well, that's not the case, because the Alabama Parole Board denied Charles McCrory's application for parole. The state has still refused to consider all of this new evidence that has been coming out on the bite mark. So Charles McCrory is still in prison, and like any hope of him getting out is gone at this point. Obviously, the Innocence Project is still working on the case, but they keep getting denied at every turn. Now, both of these stories, I will continue to keep you updated in the future if something more happens. And just like in the first case, like I said, if you want to go back and watch them, both of the videos will be linked right here. That is going to do it for this update video today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Also, one more quick shout out to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Make sure you click on my link down in the description box below for 3 free months. Thank you all. I'll see you in the next one. Please, all of you, stay safe and stay healthy. Much love to you all.